Hello and welcome back to another episode of Downcity Dorks, the only podcast that your waifu is watching right now.
Oh shit!
I know, I was surprised too.
But she's still trash. You didn't know that?
Yeah, of course she's trash, but like she's watching that. That's the best part.
Listen, dude. Viewers. We do not judge our viewers, come on.
My name is Alex, and I'm joined by Chris, Aramis, and FerdytheNerdy.
Thank you!
Hello.
And we're here to do what we do best, which is bullshit about nerd shit.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
Seems legit.
Slogan.
episode 2. We've already put up an episode on YouTube.
Our first
30
one.
people looked at it. Nobody liked and commented.
Yeah.
So guys, how does it feel to be internet famous?
Oh man, it feels fucking
It
great.
feels great, man. I feel like I'm like Markiplier status.
Yeah, like how are you adjusting to that? I keep getting calls from PewDiePie for collabs.
Oh, yeah.
Man, like, Jay's 2 cents has been hitting me up. Like, you know, the tech side of YouTube is really interested in me.
Yeah, they're really invested in all that audio editing.
Yeah, man.
yeah.
Linus
So
Sebastian was saying those edits were L1T, man.
Oh shit. I'm over here getting an interview by Scarce. I don't know if you guys heard, but
Oh, shit.
Sounds a little scarce.
oh shit.
Oddly enough, I got off the phone with Hideaki Anno the other day. Told me, Ava, all about me.
Wow.
Oh.
I
The
see.
entire
Hey.
thing. That's why no one gets it.
You're obviously Shinji.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Hideo
Yeah,
Kojima
that's
told me
fair.
a little bit about Death Stranding, but I can't tell you about it. Other than that, I'm in the game.
So
I will be useful on like quiet though.
So outside of, you know, your new weekly drudgery of bathing in money, hoes, and infinite praise, clearly.
Mostly
What
hoes.
else have you guys been up to in the past week, nerd?
I have been balls deep on Cuphead.
Yes.
The game is fantastic, but it's not just the game entirely. I've been focusing on the community as well. And the people who could not handle Cuphead.
It's 2D Dark Souls, guys!
Oh my
It's
fucking
2D Dark Souls is what I keep hearing.
So Cuphead 1, 2, and 3.
Yo, hold on.
I'd be
this
down.
Is,
I need more Cuphead
this
in my
is
life.
very reminiscent of
Is
when
2 gonna be the worst one because of the different director?
Ooh.
Listen, dude,
Shit.
Team B, do not rag on them. They tried, alright? They tried. They just had to downscale because reasons that we will never find out about.
Well,
Anyways.
game
we're
development
finding-
reasons.
What we basically found out about, you know, this whole thing with Cuphead is there's a lot of people in the community that are just really bad at video games.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
apparently-
let's skip boss fights. Wow, that's fun, right? Because that's a game.
You know, I find it funny. It seems like it took us till 2017 for a game to come out with such tightly precise controls that people are losing their shit because where's my aim assist? Where's my motion assist? How about
Could I be
Play the
losing?
game.
Could I be losing at this game because I'm just bad at 2D running guns?
No.
Nah, the
It's
game
the
just has
game's
to
trash.
just be badly designed.
you heard it, guys? Cuphead, 1 lucky bowl of cereal out of 10 Tony the Tigers.
Enough with this arbitrary bullshit rating system.
Thank you, Pro Jared.
Thing is, it's like earlier today, I came over and you and I went a little co-op on Cuphead.
Yeah.
This is my first kind of like try at the game, and we got our asses whooped.
Oh my god, that's Cuphead in general,
And-
man. Every boss fight will kick your ass.
Every single time. It was never like, oh, this game fucking sucks. It's like, wow, I really have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. I need to learn how to get good.
And that's how it is at first. And the more you fight the bosses, the more you realize they go through a pattern, and you try to use those patterns to your advantage. And that's the whole point of these boss fights.
There is never a point in the game where I thought that the game's bullshit was the reason that I was losing. It was always, I fucked up so bad on that jump.
I will be honest and say I felt the same way. Me and Michael were playing the game, and we did one of the first earlier missions, and then we did one of the more famous missions that somebody could barely do online. I'm not going to point to names because that's mean, but...
No, you're just
Man.
going to passively, aggressively call them out
Wow,
over a
what a
podcast
bitch.
on the internet.
Wow,
Yes.
what a bitch.
I'm not saying names. You know who you are,
Wow, you're a
shitbag.
bitch. Sorry, I just had
Chris...
Yeah, seriously, I
no.
didn't realize you couldn't get past the tutorial, Chris.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh!
That was definitely me. Haha.
Tutorial.
Come on, man. You just gotta dash.
Oh,
That's all you have to do. Dash and move to the right.
Man.
It's not that hard.
It still fucks me up that that's a critic. That's a critic. Someone who gets paid to play video games and talk about it, and not get through the tutorial.
I'm wiping the sweat off my
Yeah,
forehead
that
because
one specific
goddamn.
dude is an idiot. Fuck that guy.
Like, you could see him struggle to get above the fucking...
Could you see the sweat pouring down his face?
No, forget that. Forget that. More importantly, can we please just talk about the fact that he couldn't jump back on the little step and then jump over the higher step?
Yeah.
No, he just kept continuously trying to jump over it from the ground.
Yeah.
Like,
He was, dude. He thought that the physics, aka assist, was gonna kick in and go. Here you go. No, but I played Cuphead with Michael, a mutual friend of Ferdy and I's, about 2 weeks ago, and I had a lot of fun with it, and we got our asses kicked pretty damn hard in the second fight of the two.
Yeah, there's no
And
bones about
it
it.
was
This
really,
game is hard as fuck.
really fucking fun. I really enjoyed it. It was difficult. I got mad, not at the game, but at the fact that, god damn it, I want to win. I want the W. I will not sign for an L today.
and
I
then he signed it like 5 more times.
Can't wait to
no,
go
I
home
si-
and play
I
and get
wanna
my
say I
ass
signed enough
reamed
for a
by
lifetime.
fucking vegetable.
Shit.
We did get within 5% of beating the stage, and then we fucked up at the very end.
I'm watching you guys play. You guys fought the 3 the veggie bosses, and you guys won. It was when you met the 2 Toad brothers.
No, man, it's when I learned that why gambling is bad for you.
Yeah.
And why
Deal with the devil.
That's why they say gambling is the devil's game.
Oh, shit.
The risk I took was very calculated, but man,
Fuck,
am I bad at math.
That saying has never been more permanent than right now. That is, woo,
That is
so
literally
boring.
the plot of Cuphead in a nutshell.
More or less, yeah. It's
Still, my
pretty
favorite
intense.
thing that's going around right now is that picture of Cuphead just going, "What's the matter, kiddo? Bad,
Bad
at
at
video
video
games?"
Shit.
The
It's
smug
so-
indifference in that photo. Just,
Oh,
I
man.
think that
So much salt.
You know what? I think that critic, wherever he is probably raging at that image now as we speak.
I think I understand why it's Cuphead.
Why?
Because the developers are consistently drinking your tears.
Oh,
Think about the
Finally
pea
figured
shooter.
out what's in the heads.
Tears,
the
children's
teams
tears.
of merely casual players.
Think of their pea shooter. That is not water.
Wow.
That is tears. Pure, salty tears.
So what do you guys
And
think?
when he uses his super, all of it just comes rushing out.
So what do you-
All of it.
So what do you guys think? In the next couple weeks, Cuphead review?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
fine.
Definitely.
I'm almost done
Keep a
with the
lookout, guys.
That's
almost
been
done with the
confirmed.
game. I'm halfway
Oh,
done.
fucking sweet.
Nice, nice. I'm taking my time with it.
I haven't even started. Hopefully, I'll start tonight.
Alright.
So I think it's time to begin our very first section of the day, the
The
news section.
The
Wow.
news section. Aaron,
Chris.
just want to shoot off.
Sure.
What the fuck?
So, Star Wars Battlefront 2. No, we are not talking about the original 2 that were good.
The 2005.
Oh, fuck you. This game looks great.
The 2005
Hey,
was
man,
the
it
best,
looks
man.
great.
The
Hey,
first
hey,
one
hey,
looked
calm
amazing
down, bro.
too. It also wasn't that fun.
Oh, shit.
I'm sorry, man. The Battlefront EA.
Man, I love.
thought it was alright.
I think my favorite part was the story mode.
Good meme.
In my $60 full price AAA title.
Hey, man.
I am
Titanfall can
quitting
do it.
this
Why not
podcast
this?
as of
Hey,
right
hey,
now.
hey.
Goodbye.
You know what? I will.
Titanfall can do it. Why not this?
You know what? I can look at the bright side. It had really cool cutscenes in the multiplayer.
Aw, yeah, it did.
Okay.
Anyway,
Enough.
why are we bringing up Star Wars Battlefront 2?
Well, currently it's in beta. People have been playing it. People love it so much that EA decided, you know what, guys, we're gonna give you a couple more days to play the game. And in an odd move, very un-EA of EA.
Wow.
I mean, EA has been uncharacteristically cool throughout this whole process with Battlefront 2. Like, all the stuff that they would usually put behind a season pass is now free.
And they're
Which is
focusing
incredible.
on cosmetics as microtransactions, which I'm fine
Yeah, that's
with.
fine.
That when
That's debatable.
I say cosmetics, they did say that not all of it's behind the wall, and all of it is unlockable with in-game
Oh, no, I'm not talking
effort.
about cosmetics. I'm talking about how in-game things can be used. Well, rather, cash can be used to buy star cards, which can buff up your characters, and there's rarities to them. So most of the times when you don't pay for it, you're gonna get bronze and silvers instead of the golds, which are the only ones that fucking matter. So you're kind of being incentivized to throw that cash to the ceiling.
Yeah, but let's
yeah,
be
but it's not required.
but
So
let's be
so boo fuckity who.
Okay,
However,
let's.
the point is that it's just like cosmetics. Yeah, that's great if you want to pay for cosmetics. However, I'm still not sure how I
the
feel
star
about
cards.
Yeah, it's just.
I think it's one of
gameplay?
those. I think it's one of those things when it comes to microtransactions that we have to wait for the game to come out before we condemn it. Because to give you an example, right?
90% of your things on these podcasts, Aramis, are just. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see.
Well, this one really is a wait and see because the game's not even out yet. I don't know anybody at EA can be like, so bro, can you confirm his star cards? You know, like
what's going on with this microtransaction bullshit? You wanna illuminate me? I'm a shit tier fucking reviewer on the internet. What's up?
Hey guys, I heard that you have this juicy secret about microtransactions, and I'd love for you to lose your job by telling me it.
But don't worry, I'll give you a job when it gets money. No, okay. But I mean, like other developers have been rebuffed for doing microtransactions to the detriment of the game.
Right.
Visual concepts with NBA 2K18. As an example, recently in a new update, after they got their shit pushed in by everybody for, locking away your ability to view how your stats would be changed as you upgrade them and making you have to pay for it first and then look, which makes no sense, and cutting the amount of VC you would get per game after being shat on for 2.5 weeks straight, they finally removed that little visual block and they're now giving you your stats. They're also giving you more money in accordance to your actual performance and not just giving you a pat on the back because you played really well. You're actually getting rewarded for it. Which, see, I do believe if you call out a developer hard enough, they will change their mind on how to do things. And I think EA...
Remember, kids, if you just scream at a developer long enough, they will eventually bend to your requests.
Remember, guys, the customer's always right.
Also, remember, it's okay to be passive-aggressive, especially towards Mass Effect 3 with those cupcakes.
Okay.
No, I'm being sarcastic.
Yeah, please.
I'm not being serious. That was incredibly passive-aggressive. But I do think that with Star Wars Battlefront 2, because I've been watching some gameplay, I've been reading up on people's opinions, and just watching what people are feeling from live action gameplay, right? Like on
Seems
Twitch.
Like it's gonna be fun.
People seem to be actually enjoying it and saying repeatedly, it's better than the first one. Can we forget it happened?
I mean, first off, never forget. That's how they keep fucking you over.
Never forgetty.
Second,
Ma spaghetti.
Despite that being a very low bar to clear, I'm glad everyone's really enjoying the newest one. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Now, the only thing I really do think the internet needs to stop doing, though, is saying it's not going to live up to the original Battlefront 2. Take off the rose-tinted glasses, please, because not all games actually age like fine wine.
Oh, I don't need to cuss. I don't want to cuss anybody out for nostalgia bias, because that's 90% of the reason I'm going to be going to play Cuphead.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, but 1940s, man. 1930s?
Yeah, I grew up on those cartoons, and that's 90% of the reason why I'm playing that video game. Also, I like Mega Man.
But I'm not judging. I like that. I respect that too.
Yeah.
So, you know what? I want to say that I'm going to be downloading the beta tonight, and I actually want to give it a shot. I believe I'll have more fun than I did with the first game. I was honestly disappointed with it and didn't buy it. I was barring the game.
Yeah,
I saw it as a massive, fucking failure the moment it came out.
EA made you sign for the big L.
Oh, no, I didn't buy that. I saw it from a long while.
You know what I mean, though. EA made a lot of people sign for that L. So, you know what? I think it's time we move on to our next article, and Chris should definitely headline this one.
Yeah?
Oh, boy.
Oh, this. Yeah.
How about that classic controller?
Funny enough, I was actually reading a manga called, That One Time I Got Turned Into a Slime. So this is
that
perfect
amazing.
Timing. It is hilariously stupid and extremely cliche. Oh. So the next article we're going to be talking about is going to be... You can edit that out. Have fun with that. Thanks, guys. Scrolling down. Next article we'll be talking about is the PS4 getting a Dragon Quest Slime controller with a very interesting design.
Hello, classic controller. Hello, lawsuit.
Oh my god.
Hello, lawsuit, my old friend.
I'll try to put a picture up of this thing.
Please
Please do. This is just... and the faces that it makes is... I don't know.
It's kind of cute, although I wish
kinda
the left
disturbing.
stick wasn't
White?
an eyeball.
Yeah.
Now
Like,
I feel like every single time I flick the stick, I'm making this thing slightly more retarded.
It's a
Like,
slime, it's
hey,
fine.
buddy!
It's a slime, it's fine.
Does that mean if I drop it on the... if I accidentally drop it, it will immediately explode?
Yes!
The
Potentially.
slime has always been a massive mascot to the Dragon Quest universe, so it makes sense that they will make a controller, the second to make a controller based off to the slime. The first time to make a controller was for the PS2.
So
Really?
just realize,
Yes.
is
I
that
believe
supposed
that.
to be our touchpad in the top?
Oh, yeah, that little,
That
like...
is way
No,
too small.
That literally looks like the IBM nub.
Oh,
I'm
but-
actually kind of
but
okay with that, because the
rectangular?
touchpad is fucking useless.
Well, I
Pretty
just
much.
hope it's
Yeah.
gonna be like
oh,
like
it's
a.
functional.
I hope it just
I'm
I
sure
can
it's
flick
fine.
the. It's just the nub that you just
Yeah.
I could deal with that,
I
but
mean, you're probably not going to be playing, like, I don't know, Infamous Second Son on it. That's the only game I've ever seen that actually used the touchpad.
hey, I will use it and I will use it proudly.
You do
I
you,
won't.
buddy.
My little elitist. Okay.
Oh shit!
Wow.
The
Anyway.
controller is being sold with 3,218 yen, which is approximately
30 bucks.
29 US dollars or $30 plus tax.
So $35 after tax. Honestly, that's not a bad price, but
If you're a fan of Dragon Quest, then you should
cheap
go for it.
memorabilia. Yeah.
It just looks like a comfy controller. I might actually buy that.
Yeah.
You know what?
Kind of cute.
Can I point out this might actually be a better controller to play Cuphead on?
Oh shit!
Shit, you're right.
Oh my
D-pad.
The D-pad,
Oh,
Somehow
yeah,
we're going to
right.
work
Yeah.
Cuphead back into every fucking
You
news
know
story.
what? Maybe what we need to do is wait for the controller to drop and buy two for our review. Then we'll review the controller with it.
Hey.
If you can clear the game with that controller, then it's worth buying.
If you can't even clear the game, period, then is there any hope for you?
Well, I mean, if let's say that the controller actually affects gameplay, where it's just
Like it helps you with the tutorial?
exactly, man. We can send it to that one critic, bro. That reviewer, we can help him.
All right, enough shitting on that guy. Let's jump to the
fuck
next
that
thing.
guy.
Okay.
Who wants to jump on this? Not it. I fucking hate Assassin's Creed.
I already started, so hey, you got it.
Alright, so Assassin's Creed Origins, that reboot though. Season Pass and free DLC revealed. Will you buy this game or not? As according to the headline, but
No.
two main DLC packs are being included for the Season Pass called The Hidden Ones and The Curse of the Pharaohs.
If it doesn't involve fighting pharaohs, it is a shitty DLC.
If I can't fight Anubis, I'm angry.
Wait,
I know,
hold up here though.
Is there an action button where you can just kind of pull it, like unravel the mummy?
Oh shit!
Yes, there has to be.
There
Like
has
a little
to be.
confetti streamer, like, I got you, buddy.
I mean, think about it. You gotta call the curse of the pharaohs. There has to be a level where I fight pharaohs.
Cleopatra. We're gonna
I want to
go.
shoot her right in her tit, dude. Right in her tit.
Oh shit!
Okay. So the first one sounds almost like we're gonna be revisiting Rome for the third time now.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's launching January 2018, and you will be playing many years after the main campaign is completed as you clash with the Romans in a whole new region, aka Rome, because it can't be anywhere but Rome, right?
I mean,
all roads
Possibly.
lead to Rome.
especially when they're expanding and trying to conquer, Egypt.
So
they did
the
They
latter.
did it. Fucking.
The latter will introduce a new mystical realm in which you'll encounter beasts such as Anubis warriors, Scorpios, and more as you investigate the curse that has resurrected the dead pharaohs. Resurrected.
There you go.
There you go.
Which will then follow 3 months later in March of next year. So I think that leaves us now to see what the heck is the season pass. Oh, it's part of the season pass. $40 international pricing is still unknown.
Contains new outfits as well as 500 in-game credits and exclusive weapons.
In-game credits for those in-game loot boxes that you can't buy with cash.
Oh, I wish I
Hey.
could find a fuck to give.
Can we get the loot boxes
Can
out
I
of the
can
game?
I just be honest? Like this, I know this is very petty, but I'm kind of annoyed of games that haven't launched yet, still talking about what's coming in DLCs. Like, let me at least beat the game and then talk about DLC, man.
Oh, they're making a Steelbox edition, so they're probably gonna make some artsy as Steelbox.
No, it's not. It's not that artsy. Actually, it's straight up a metal tin.
Yeah.
The name of the game engraved, the
Yeah.
logo, and that's it. I mean, it's simple.
That's a piece of shit, man.
It's
That didn't even
simple.
worse it.
I'm gonna level with you guys.
It's a cover box.
I don't care. Assassin's Creed is to me like Sonic is to most of the gaming world.
Oh, shit.
It's
Oh,
just,
irrelevant.
there's a couple good games in there, but
Oh.
for the most part, it's kind of just a joke.
Well, I mean,
it's gross.
Can I point out though, in defense of Origins, that it is made by the team that made Black Flag, which made one of the best Assassin's Creed games because it wasn't even an Assassin's Creed game.
That was a pirate game.
It was a pirate game.
It was a
That's fair.
beautiful pirate game.
That was called Assassin's Creed.
Yes.
So I actually think it's gonna be fun because, well, I mean, they know how to actually make fun games.
Cool.
And the original team behind the game is no longer even involved with the series, period.
That's fair enough.
I don't blame Montreal for feeling burnt out.
Mm-hmm.
They would rather work on other things, and that's fine. I think that's for the best if they want to take a break.
Yeah, it's fair. I mean, I'm still not gonna buy the video game, but like, good on you for everyone else.
I'll probably buy it in the near future just to try it out.
Well, we will know if it's worthy of a review.
We all know if it's worthy of our attention.
Yes, because you remember we are all very important and famous internet people now.
Yes, of course. With bunches of hoes and bunches of money.
And our 3 subscribers who
I'll be
are
right
secretly
back. I
3
gotta take
people
a call
sitting
from
at
Linus
this table.
Sebastian. No,
I'm telling you, man. Scarce. He wants me, dude. I'm telling you. He wants that interview. Hey, guys, is Scarce here?
Leafy won't stop blowing up my inbox.
Oh,
Oh!
he wants a new editor, man. $20?
Did you guys just hear that? iDubbbz wants to do a video about how much we suck. This is gonna be great!
Nice.
Hey, I think Mega64 wants to do a parody of us too.
Oh shit!
The
Things are
serious
really
parody.
coming up for the dorks.
All right. So I think Ferdinand or FerdytheNerdy should take this one here.
Okay. So my boy, Great Mazinger, will appear in Mazinger Z Affinity, which is the Mazinger Z film. Mazinger Z is a badass giant robot fighting anime. Came out first in Gundam. It didn't get a lot of attention as decades went by, but now the attention is going full throttle with the new movie. And my boy, I love Mazinger, Greater Mazinger Z, because he throws that fucking chest part like a boomerang, my boy.
Okay, first off, calm the fuck down.
I love it.
Yo,
Second
hold
off-
on. Your love is a little too strong. Like, ooh.
Yeah.
You're getting Gundam levels intense, and that might be a little too much right
Also,
now.
you make it sound like Mazinger is this obscure thing. Like, you see references to Mazinger in like dozens of different anime.
True
It's
facts.
the one where it all started, though.
Evangelion.
No.
I'm just really happy. I like Greater Mazinger.
Good, I'm glad. When is this movie coming out again?
Soon.
I
We are
love that
such a
phrase.
good podcast. We know exactly what
I haven't
things
given an
are.
official date. Oh wait, there it is. It's
January.
June, yeah,
January
yeah,
13th. That's literally a week before my birthday.
yeah.
Oh, nice.
Ah, neato.
Gonna be a
Maybe
good
we
movie.
should watch it in Japan.
Yeah, with our bunches of money, we can definitely pay for the flight.
Yeah,
Didn't you know?
I can't even
I'm just
afford a
saying.
better podcast crew.
I'm
Ah,
just saying.
same.
Great
Ow.
Mazinger.
Damn.
Gonna be lit. I can't wait for this movie.
All right. So I think we have another little topic here for those who love toxic communities.
Oh, fuck off.
It's not League of Legends. It's definitely not CS:GO or Dota
boy.
2. You know what, Alex? Take it away.
Okay, fine.
Take the wheel.
So, for those of you who are unaware, today started the beginning of the new Overwatch. Today, as is the time of this recording. My mistake. I just tripped over my own words. I'm professional.
Listen,
As-
no script, guys. Come
as
on,
of
give us
the
some
top-
credit.
Sure. As of the time of this recording, October 10th, Overwatch started up their Halloween event, which brings back one of their more well-known arcade modes called Junkenstein's Revenge, which is like a player versus environment run. there's a bunch of new skins. Like some characters are looking like pirates and
Pirate guns.
That's a lot of guns. A dude who's a demon hunter for McCree.
Actually,
Mama
kinda,
Mercy as a witch again.
Can I just point out he kind of looks like a little bit of a cross of that and a little bit of that Red Dead Cowboy
we got a
feel.
dragon, Symmetra.
Dragon Symmetra's cool.
We have
Viking
the Dragonborn,
Torb,
the Viking.
and my favorite, Cthulhu Zenyatta.
Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. Okay, so you guys probably don't know this.
This shit's a meme at this point.
Okay, you guys probably don't know this, but I'm a really big Lovecraft fan.
Yeah.
I bought every single book that he has ever made, my dude.
So now you're gonna buy this game for this DLC.
I already have the game, my dude.
Oh, so now you're getting the DLC.
DLC,
Skins.
Overwatch DLC XD. What are you even saying, boy? Get out of here, you casual scum.
Oh look, Zarya finally got a good skin.
Got him.
Yeah, actually, that makes me want to vomit. Whoa, look at those colors. Whoa.
Yeah, the
More
80s
shit I'm gonna have
called
to
and they
throw up on the
want.
screen because
You
the
know
shit's
what?
great.
The 80s called and they really want their style back.
That's
Nah.
the joke, asshole. I'm sorry, are you not aware how jokes work, Aramis?
The answer is no.
I think you just got played yourself.
Stupid. I'm done talking about this. Go play Overwatch and don't play with other people. They all suck.
Yes, play alone where everyone is amazing and no one will flame you for being absolute dog shit. Yes, exactly. Don't play with friends. You'll hate it immensely. I'm positive.
Listen,
Wait,
it's either you hate humanity or you hate your own friends. Both are very likely.
Would I have more fun just like setting the game to spectator mode and watching my favorite character? Like
Yeah, no.
when?
Yes.
No. No.
Yes.
No. Unless you're like unless you have like a viewer cam and voyeur cam, where you're just upskirting Mercy all the time. Unless you're doing that, no point, no fun, 0 out of 10, horrible.
I'm learning some new and exciting things about Chris today.
I mean,
Can I go sit on the other side of the room, please?
What
with
room?
someone who isn't doing, the panty shots of Mercy?
hey, that's pretty good.
And with that iDubbbz reference out of the way, let's jump to our next fucking story. Aramis, I think you were pretty hyped to talk about this.
It's not so much that I'm hyped, it's more that I'm curious. So, Microsoft, games, developers, right? So the Xbox One
Yes,
X...
That's how a video game company works. You're on point, Aramis. Good shit.
Thanks. Hidden references there. But the Xbox One X has actually been kind of a weird miracle baby for Microsoft, so to speak.
Okay.
People have actually been pre-ordering it to the point where certain stores have actually been saying, can you guys slow down? Like GameStop actually had to hold back a little longer than they were even allowed to start accepting pre-orders because they wanted to make sure Microsoft had enough inventory.
Wait, what?
Yes.
What?
Holy
That's
fuck.
insane. I think that's actually the first time I've heard of something
I only
like that.
knew that because I was still working at the time, but I was very surprised to hear that at kind of insider info. So, people have been pre-ordering it in very high numbers, apparently even higher than that of the PS4 Pro, like by a long shot, which, some people say, oh, it's because the Xbox One X is genuinely good, or it's because it's been really well marketed.
I mean, it has been well marketed.
I just think it's a combination of a lot of positive factors.
I mean, it is currently being advertised as the planet's current most powerful console that isn't a PC.
And
PC
it's not a
Master Race?
continuation of the Xbox One.
So, well,
It's supposed to be its bigger brother, like the PS4 Pro to the
Big Brother is
PS4.
always watching. It comes with an installed Kinect and it's just forever stalking you.
Yeah, I mean that was the original goal, but I mean, but that was 3 years ago. Let's move on with that. So right now, there, according to Games Radar,
yep.
anybody who pre-orders this is going to be getting a Xbox One X for €449 with Halo 5, Quantum Break, and Forza Motorsport 7 for free. Which, keep in mind, Motorsport 7 just dropped like not even 3 days ago. Like it dropped like just recently.
Oh.
And they're going to give it to you for free if you pre-order the system next month when
That
it comes
shit is
out.
so lit. That is such a good deal.
That actually
yeah.
is a good deal. Even if I personally am so disappointed with Halo that I only will play Halo 5 for the multiplayer, I'll play Quantum Break because I just want to see what Remedy's been up to since
it's
Alan.
not worth it.
I know, but
it's not
but
worth
it's
it.
free.
I mean, yeah, if
free.
it's free, like you can't really complain about free, you know.
And Forza Motorsport 7, I mean, am I going to get credits for those loot boxes too? No, I kid. But I actually do think that Motorsport 7 is actually a really good step in the right direction for the franchise in the context of like gameplay and core mechanics, you know?
Yeah, agreed.
You get to race 18-wheelers. Like without the truck bed, and you can customize them and make them go vroom vroom even faster.
Vroom, vroom,
You make
even
it go
faster.
vroom,
I
vroom.
like that. Yes.
I'm glad they always use that in the Fast and the Furious movies. Like, are you ready to vroom vroom?
Well, they actually did a DLC with them on Forza Horizon 2.
You fucking shitting me?
I'm not
No,
even.
I believe that.
It was
it's true.
called Fast and Furious. It was Forza Horizon 2 presents the Fast and Furious, and you got a new
The
island.
Vroom Vroom Chronicles.
And the Vroom Vroom Chronicles, and you even got Vin Diesel's car from the movies,
Sweet.
from the later movies, including Paul Walker's older cars too.
God,
Rest
those
in
movies
peace.
are
With-
so wonderfully bad.
With the skins properly attached. So this time you
Beautiful.
even get the cars as they were from the beginning. So I mean, I think it's a good deal. And you know what? Look, I think that the Xbox One X, if what I've been hearing is, you know, aligning with fact,
Sure.
I think it's going to be good. I mean, the press has been talking all about how they've been given backroom access to play the Xbox One X, although they weren't allowed to record. But many journalists have come out and said stuff like, I got to play Sunset Overdrive on the Xbox One X, and
Oh my god, people are still talking about that game?
I forgot that game
Yeah.
existed. Holy shit.
Good, I'm glad, because I need that game to have a sequel, please.
I think a sequel might be likely because people were actually really, really liking the remastered version for the Xbox One X because it runs at 4K, it runs at a 60 frames per second lock, no drop downs or anything, they said. They even tried to do the usual things that would, result in the game slowing down, like just completely blowing things up and going balls to the wall with the mayhem. The game just would not drop frame rates.
I'm good. We got this.
They were like,
Hashtag optimize.
hashtag real optimization.
Well, for Microsoft fans, I really hope they enjoy it.
No more 900p for me, man.
Oh shit.
I'm still calling it the Bone X.
I'm just gonna call it Xbox.
I still can't stand that acronym.
It's stupid.
Oh man, it's so good though. They must have thought that one through. They had to.
No, they did. It's the worst part. And then
All right, guys.
But you know what?
As we're about to move on, this is going to be my favorite part of this news segment because this is the part where we get to put Ferdinand in the hot seat.
Oh
So Ferdinand,
yeah.
first off, tell us what this news segment is.
All right. One of my favorite mangas, My Neighbor Seki, gets a new chapter in November. For
Now-
those who don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, now I was about to say, please, for the three of us who have not read this or
Seen the anime.
or seen the anime or even heard of this, what the fuck are we dealing with right now, Ferdinand?
Tonari no Seki-kun, or also the master of killing time, as people kept calling out Crunchyroll. It's literally a story about this kid named Seki-kun and his classmate. His classmate, she's always trying to, force him to stop trying to kill time. He literally ignores class and tries to come up with these ridiculous ways to kill time. It goes from funny to balls of the wall insane because of the shit he comes up with just to kill time and get out of class as quickly as possible.
Like what?
Like the first episode, he literally tried to have a pack of dominoes. And you know how those things that kids do where they stack dominoes in a line and they flick it so they can all fall
Yeah, of
over?
course.
Yeah, of course.
He goes so complex to the point where in the end of the dominoes, you see it lights up a firework. It could potentially blow up the entire school.
Wait, what?
And she tries to stop him, but turns out the firework didn't work. So he was upset.
So
wait,
let me get this straight.
He made a Rube Goldstein
Is
machine.
Yeah.
Rube Goldberg.
Oh, Rube Goldberg.
So let me get this straight though. So this entire manga is a slice of life manga about a kid who's just killing time.
Yes.
So
he's the master of killing time.
So
literally.
in short, he's just really fucking bored.
Yes.
And is a master engineer.
Yes.
No, I think what you meant to say is he has ADHD.
The opening song is beautiful because it's literally him drawing the anime, writing the entire script, and giving the lines to the girl so she can voice act.
That's actually funny as fuck.
All
I got
that
I'm
during
down.
all that during a math class, by the way.
Now, if only I could read moon runes. If only. Then I'd be even more impressed. But you know what? I'll take your word for it. I bet it's
Every episode is funny because he goes balls to the
I'm
wall.
sorry, can we just pause for a second? Did you just refer to Japanese as moon runes?
Yes, moon runes. No, just kidding.
No, I just want to make sure this is where we're at.
Yes, moon runes. You don't call it moon runes?
I mean,
What the hell?
this might actually be the dumbest thing I've heard all day.
Dumbest thing? Are you sure about that?
No,
Are you
you're
sure
true.
about that?
I have been listening to. I've heard some supremely dumb shit from these other two today as well.
I thought you
so.
heard supremely dumb shit at your job.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's fair.
Come
I
on,
hear
look
dumb
at
shit all the time.
look at the people that go there. That's all I'm
Hold
gonna
on,
say.
guys.
Okay, we are not talking. This is not
no
the talk shit
personal
about our
life.
jobs podcast.
Hold on, no personal life shit talking. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. But anyways, back to the story.
Moon runes, yes.
Moon runes. Listen, as we all know, Asians come from the moon, and so they write in moon runes. It makes sense. They speak the moon, so it's moon speak. Understand?
Wow.
Simple.
Wow.
Simple.
Ferdinand, do you have something in this room that I can just shove straight up Chris's rectum?
Excuse me.
I need to it's that looks like a nice ruler right there. Can I just go and go right up his fucking
there
asshole?
you go.
Let's go, buddy!
Let's go, bro.
They can't see this. I will gain no pleasure from this. Put this back.
Okay then.
Unfortunate.
That being said, you're trying to sell us on this manga. I'm already
it's
in.
comedy.
Looks
It's
like
a
a
slice
fun.
of life
About
comedy.
killing time, by the way.
Yeah, this kid is literally the master of killing time. The shit he comes up with just to kill time is insane but hilarious at the same time.
Are you sure it wasn't made because the creator was asked to make something, and instead of making said product, he made this to kill the time?
Thinking emoji? I'm gonna need you to put that as an image right here.
I mean, look at yourself back in high school. Weren't there moments when you want to kill time in the craziest way possible?
No.
No.
I just went to sleep. Like every other fucking kid.
I
What the
read
fuck?
manga like a fucking loser.
I just
Wow,
pretended
you really
to
are a
write
loser.
notes, and I was on my iPod Touch reading things that were more interesting than social studies.
You see
Wow.
that's other ways of killing time, but nothing will compare to this motherfucker right here, alright?
Okay, Mr. Time Killing
I'm
Master.
gonna.
He is a time killing master.
You've
dude.
sold me on it. I'm gonna give it a shot.
I'll watch it.
I'm on the fence about it. It's
You
too-
watch Rage of Bahamut. You don't get to have a taste.
You know what? You have to watch it now. You kind of lost the privilege to choose.
Shut your face.
Please stay tuned with the three of us kick the shit out of him during a Rage of a Bahamut review. It'll be great.
This is gonna be fun.
We're all in this together.
Oh shit.
Get me out!
Wait,
Get me out!
wait, we have to stop. Disney's gonna fucking flag this video if we don't stop.
Oh no.
Unmonetized.
So pretty much, I'm happy that they're adding new chapters to the manga.
How long has it been running?
Not a lot, to be fortunately.
You mean not for very long?
Not for
It
very
began
long.
in
English,
2010.
very
It
hard
began in
language.
2010,
Correct.
but it wasn't getting a lot of chapters for a while for some reason.
I love me some hiatuses.
Oh well.
Yeah, pretty
You
much
have
a
to kill
hiatus.
time somehow.
And finally, to wrap this shit out, what do we got? Oh,
Inuyashiki. Anyone?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were just saying the title. I didn't expect you to actually want a response. My bad, bro. Yeah, Inuyashiki.
it's
Really?
It's that vampire crossover with that dog demon thing, right? There's like
no,
3 people who got that joke.
No. No. Leave.
Not a single one of them was in this room.
I don't hate you. Only a little bit.
Just disappointed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Back to
someone
it.
want to explain what Inuyashiki is?
Inuyashiki is a series that I do not know very well, actually, if I'm being completely honest. This is a series that I picked up after I finished Gantz because I think I was late on the Gantz hype train. Extremely late. And so when I finished it, I heard that, the author just started a new manga, and I was like, oh, I'll check it out, why not? I read approximately 5 chapters of things, so my knowledge is extremely limited. I have no idea how many chapters are out currently. By the way, anime just started. First episode is out. If you guys want to watch that, by all means you can. If you find this little overview interesting. So,
Sure.
From what I can recall, something happens. This blinding light, if I'm correct? A blinding light flashes on an old man and a younger, I believe, high schooler?
Yeah, high schooler.
Yeah, high schooler. And grants them the power to do a bunch of weird, wacky shit. So the old man turns into a fucking robot and his, like, face comes off and it's intense. I don't even know what the fuck is going on, honestly. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. The younger male's power, I can't necessarily remember, actually. Do you guys know what it is?
I've not seen the show yet.
How about you, Ferdy? You remember what it was?
Pretty much, both characters have similar abilities.
They're both robot men?
They're both robot men.
Robot boys!
Because they got hit by the flashing light, they both became cybernetic androids.
So
the old man decides to use it for good. However, the younger high schooler decides to use it for personal gain.
Those damn millennials constantly murdering people wholesale.
Hell yeah, that's
Back in my day, we only murdered a couple people.
Back in my day, we used to murder trillions of people. Wait, I mean, millions of people. I mean,
Back in my day, systematic attacks of people we don't like, right?
Yeah.
With a plot like that, it's interesting, and the way it will end will probably go in a direction that the audience won't expect.
Probably not.
Well, I mean, you got an old man who literally feels like he has nothing to live for.
Yeah.
And then you got this young man who's such an indifferent little shit that he literally doesn't even care.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of ironic because I feel like there's going to probably be a massive role reversal here.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
You know? Best old man. Best grandpa.
Best grandpa.
I'd hug. Until he, like, totally blows me apart because he's a fucking robot.
I mean, I don't think he's that evil. Come on.
I'm not saying that he's evil. I'm just saying that he might, like, misunderstand his powers and just, boom, oops, my bad, dude. You're kind of eviscerated. It's fine.
It happens, right?
So
you might be a robot, too.
So we have any plans on possibly reviewing this at any time in the future?
Oh, I'm definitely checking it out.
I'm going
All
balls
right.
deep on it.
Okay, you and your balls deep needs to stop. No one wants to hear about your gerbil nuts.
All I'm getting is this imagery of you going balls deep into this old man, and I'm just like, no! Give me the mind soap!
My dude.
It's called bleach.
Oh!
You mean Clorox.
R/I bleach.
That's the word of the day!
What?
See you in the review, guys.
Wait a moment. Before we leave to do that shit and come back and do that shit. Wait, what? Weren't we going to talk about a certain thing about Assassin's Creed?
Not Assassin's Creed.
Yes,
No.
Origin.
It is Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, you fucking ape.
Yes, oops.
Wow!
Look at you.
Why don't you start us off then?
Ah, shit. I put myself
Says
in
you know
this
so
position.
much about it!
Since you want to lead so bad, go right on.
Jeez, I guess I will. Fine. Fuck. So, there's this little article that came around saying that Assassin's Creed Origins would come with a feature that would allow for a kind of cinematic walkthrough of ancient Egypt for educational purposes, where there wouldn't be any gameplay, any fighting, any combat. Just simple touristic playthrough, I guess you could say, where you just walk through this place as a camera, a floating camera, while there's fucking a monotone, ominous narrator just kind of telling you random facts about the time period.
I think that's kind of neat.
I like the idea. And the reason why I do like the idea is because it's just added content. you get more context as to what the fuck you're doing in this world. A lot of people don't know shit about ancient Egypt. They claim they do, but they don't have a single fucking clue. And so having this here
Some
for
part of me
educational...
highly doubts that Assassin's Creed or Ubisoft knows a fucking thing about ancient Egypt either.
True facts. However, I would assume that these people who...
All the actors they hired are like of actual Egyptian descent, and
That's actually kinda cool.
and speak the language.
We've
Yeah.
come a long way from Assassin's Creed 1 and 2.
Oh boy.
We don't talk about the.
Hey.
Yeah, we do.
Again with this bullshit! We have to talk about
I know,
it!
I'm messing with you.
And you. Okay.
Is this how you get attention?
Yes, I just randomly scream at my parents and, you know, they
So
look
you
at
talk
me.
like a fucking parrot at your parents and
You
that's
just
how you get
went
the
like
attention.
3 steps back in evolution. That was terrifying.
I am the missing link.
Nah, man, you went the 3 steps into the future, became another life form. There you go.
Oh shit! Can't even identify as human anymore.
Exactly.
I'm above you mortals.
He's become so brilliant, he's looped right back around to being stupid.
Nice.
There's advanced life form. Then there's ascendant life form. He's like advanced, transcendent, ascendant life form.
Woo!
Super
Feels
mega
good, man.
ultra life form.
Yes.
Super mega ultra chicken, pretty much.
Featuring Dante from Devil May Cry.
Ah,
Okay.
Jesus.
That joke's still funny, right? We just made ourselves
Oh my
laugh.
god, that is so fucking
Being
stupid.
stupid.
The audience is like, what the fuck is going on? I have no clue what the hell is this
They
shit
hate
about.
us at this point.
I think their silence is telling.
You see, this is why we only have 3
I'm going-
subscribers.
I'm going on record right now. I'm about to unsubscribe from this channel.
Same.
Is-
Wait, I didn't sub.
Bye,
Shit.
y'all.
Okay. I think I realized we forgot one more game.
What game?
This has gone on too long already.
Nah, it really
It's
has.
fine. We can go one more article XD.
Not even about Tolkien's Middle Earth.
No. No.
Trigger.
Bye, Felicia. Bye.
Later, beach.
Bye.
Well, we're down a cast member apparently. It's only us 3.
And then there were 3 dorks.
Oh shit.
Oh.
And he's
I
back.
forgot the podcast would be nothing without me. I'm back.
Okay, well, aren't you a self-centered, egotistical piece of shit?
Yeah. Why I'm destined to be on YouTube.
Facts. Actual
Over
facts.
100.
Yeah.
Facts.
No, I mean it's a give or take. We can talk about it, or we can just move right on to.
I feel like there was something else that we needed to talk about, but I can't remember what it was necessarily.
And here is the second half of the episode of this crazy ass show by the name of Downcity Dorks. We'll redo a review. This time we're going to review an anime that I thought was gonna be good because our buddy Chris recommended it.
you shit. XD.
third and the final reboot of Neon
Jeez,
Genesis.
Just give away the whole fucking episode, why don't you?
Hey, fuck you. I love the reboot of Berserk.
Fuck it, we're reviewing
not
fucking
Sword Art
Rage of
Online.
Bahamut.
What?
Rage of Bahamut. Now I understand. Pretty much Aramis has not seen this, so he's going in blind.
I mean, I've been told that I did myself a favor not watching it. Fuck you.
So
Congratulations, guys. This is the first episode of Downcity Dorks where me and Chris try to kill each other.
We have Mayweather versus McGregor. Let's go.
Oh, you're putting me in the Mayweather shoes. I feel confident.
Excuse me. I think you reversed someone's nationality here. I don't appreciate this. Where's my cultural appropriation activist?
True, if you put my
I'm
fucking...
sorry, Jose McGregor.
I'm gonna say, I am pretty damn white. If you put my skin against this wall, I'm pretty sure I'd start blending in like a chameleon.
I believe it.
I believe
I
it.
believe it.
Sounds lit.
Next gen
Sounds lit.
tactics over
So,
here.
Alright, let's
so
get
we
into it.
watched Rage of Bahamut. And I watched it because
Hold on, wait, motherfuckers. You should specify this is season 1, not season 2.
season 1,
Yeah,
Rage
yeah,
of
no-
Bahamut Genesis.
There you
Because
go.
none of us are paying for Anime Strike, right?
Yeah.
No.
Is that the stance we're taking right now? Fuck Amazon.com.
Yes.
Wait, what's going on?
Anime
Okay.
before we go any further, Anime Strike is pretty much Amazon's anime streaming service.
So, And just to get this little
And
rant out
pretty
of the way,
much, Amazon's pulling out this whole exclusive game where if you want to watch this, you need to have our subscription
On
and
top
our
of your subscription to Crunchyroll, Netflix, Hulu, and
Exactly.
every
Wait,
other
it
service
gets
imaginable.
worse. If you want to pay $99 a year
For
for
Prime.
Amazon Prime, you can also pay $5 a month for Anime Strike.
So
So
you
wait,
can't
wait.
get Strike alone. It
Okay.
has to be bundled with Amazon.
It's a
Prime.
paywall
Wait,
within
it's
a paywall.
Wait. It's a-
Payception.
All right, so you buy Prime,
yeah.
but you also get their Prime Video service for free, but not the Anime Strike. It's $5 extra. So that means that in the last 5
Shut up!
years,
Give me money.
I'm sorry, in the last 8 years, the cost of using Amazon Prime has literally done this skyrocket repeatedly.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty much.
When are they going to start charging $120 a month?
This episode brought to you by Crunchyroll. Not really, but I would like that.
This episode is
Crunchyroll,
brought
hit
to
me
you
up.
by Amazon and Anime Strike. Don't buy it.
Oh, shit.
Actually,
right.
sponsored by Netflix. Just saying.
All right, so moving
Yeah,
on.
after the last
forever.
episode, I'm sure that's gonna go over well.
Oh, it's gonna be amazing. Shut up.
Pretty much, Rage of Bahamut Genesis. What makes this review special that this is an adaptation of a video game, and the thing is, video games are supposed to be great things we could pass our time with through playing them, and sometimes when those video games get really popular, the creators decide to invest on either a live action adaptation or a cartoon adaptation or even an anime adaptation.
Yeah, and that's never gone wrong before. Super Mario Brothers, Legend of Zelda, Assassin's Creed.
XD.
XD.
I think Splinter Cell's next on the list of movies it's going to
See, that could work.
Hold on.
Well, I
Wait.
mean, it's Tom
there-
Hardy.
Just shoot a war movie. That's easy.
Hold on. Wait, guys. To be fair to Rage of the Bahamut, Shingeki no Bahamut, right? Listen. Listen. This was a card game, and most of the characters aren't even relevant in said card game. Only a few of those characters are present in the card game itself. By the way, the game itself is canceled. It's gone. You can't play it anymore. If you want to play something by the creators of being silent games, you have to play Shadowverse. But whatever.
So they
Real
gave up
quick.
on this game, but licensed out the anime rights?
It like they were online for multiple years and they canceled. I think in
2016 or
February.
February
February
2016.
2016.
Yeah.
Why?
Why not? They already
Probably
got the money
'cause
for
it
it,
was a
bitch.
shit
They're
tier
making a
card
different
game.
game.
So they were just in it for the money.
It was a Facebook card game.
Well,
Oh,
it's yeah.
one of those.
I think
Yeah.
it's still running on the Japanese service. It's
Yeah,
only shut down for
North America.
Yeah.
You mean?
North America
Yeah.
servers, yeah.
We can't play it, but
They can play it.
yeah.
Because it's beloved there, my dude.
Like,
Yeah, just
it
like
is
anime
worshipped
beloved,
there.
right? Just like how Sword Art Online is the
right,
messiah
all right.
of anime.
Hold on. First off, you do not
Facts.
invoke that trash heap on my podcast.
Excuse you. That
This
is my
coming from the guy that said we
religion.
need to talk about Duke Nukem Forever to not repeat mistakes again.
Yeah.
Why can't we talk about Sword Art?
Now,
That being said, this is not Sword Art Online bad.
It's just
It's
five
not.
of them.
It's just not Berserk good, as I was saying.
now, thing is, we have seen good adaptations of video game adaptations. We've seen Persona. We've seen Danganronpa that somehow kind of went crazy.
Nope. Delete.
Yeah,
Well,
the show went
Anyone
crazy.
who's ever played a Danganronpa game can tell you that anime is a rushed hack job.
Oh yeah.
So was it just literally made for
It's just
Cash
yeah,
in.
that's a cash in. It's
a
rushed
cash
as hell.
grab.
That being said,
And then there was a Phoenix Wright
Yeah.
adaptation.
I can't speak to that. I've never seen it. Real quick though, just so that we can actually get into the review portion. Chris, do you want to give us a brief, just lay out the premise real quick of what the show is kind of basically about?
Okay, so Rage of the Bahamut, or
Genesis.
I was going to say that. Don't fucking interrupt me.
Rage of Bahamut, extra word.
Extra word.
XD
XD. Hee XD.
Gale
Deluxe
of Dawn.
Directors Edition?
Featuring Dante from Devil May Cry.
And Knuckles.
And nice.
Okay.
If my DLC gets shadowed.
All right, give us
Okay,
the summary.
Getting back to the
Yeah.
topic.
All right, boys and girls. So, back to the summary. Rage of Bahamut Genesis, or also known as Shingeki no Bahamut Genesis, is the story of a roguelike mercenary character as he goes on an adventure with a person who contracted him to take her to this land. I don't remember. I believe it's called Nilfheim?
Helheim.
Helheim, thank you.
Milfheim.
Nilfheim? Milfheim?
No. Yeah, I'm just fucking with you. Go on.
It's Milfheim.
It's Helheim.
It's Milfheim now. Fuck you, fight you.
There is exactly one mom.
I don't want to hear you speak anymore. Shut up.
Your summary then.
Okay. So continuing, the purpose of this quest, this contract, is that the contractor is just like, hey, I need to go here. Reasons unknown. My mom might be there. I don't know why my mom is relevant, but I want to meet my mom. So, now that is the main premise of the story, and that is I'd call it a plot vehicle, right? It's just taking this bitch to this location. However, in the world there is this giant fucking dragon that is hell-bent on destroying all of creation. Why? Because it's angry. You couldn't tell? Its name is Bahamut. It's the title of the show. It's just mad. So, continuing. Two gods, I guess you could say, Zeus and Satan, fought with all of their power and
Yeah,
might
that's
to
already a
take it
problem
down.
I have with this fucking thing, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, so two incredibly strong beings fought Bahamut and got smacked one-on-one, and so they were just like, I hate you, but join forces, we can take him down, or at least try to. And they tried to, and they completely fucking failed. The most that they could do was sacrifice their mortal form and become keys to seal away Bahamut in what seems like a giant stone statue. I mean, perfect tourist spot, if you think about it. I'm just saying. Until it breaks out and destroys everything, but that's...
I mean, you got 20 years to make profit, right?
Exactly.
There's profit share opportunities here.
True. So, now we get back to the characters. Now that you know that exposition jump. The contractor, Amira, thank you. Amira kind of steals one of the god keys because she has this weird, I want to say vision, premonition. What would you describe it as?
Pretty much.
Memory fragment, maybe?
Memory fragment.
Yeah.
Plot contrivances?
Plot devices. So, she has this plot device burned into her brain
Because reasons.
that we will later discuss, and I feel that I can feel the anger that will come from this young lad Alex over here.
Oh, I have many problems, but please finish your thing.
Okay. So, she goes to heaven and steals the god key of Zeus and is now hell-bent on getting the demon key and bringing it to Milfheim. Fuck you, it's Milfheim. I don't want to hear it. So she's hell-bent on bringing it to Milfheim because somehow, for some reason, it's never really explained in great detail, this would allow her to meet her mother again. And that's basically the plot. And there's a bunch of other characters.
So
Okay.
Mommy issues the series.
Mommy Issues the Adventure series.
Okay, so...
With
how
the
big
giant
is this?
dragon that wants to destroy everything.
Chris, out of curiosity, before we jump into this, did you ever play Rage of Bahamut's card game?
No, I never
No,
had the chance.
me neither.
Oh.
I just wanted
I
to see.
saw videos on it, however, and it's not... Like, it has absolutely nothing to do with this.
That's fair. I just wanted to see if anyone had a glimpse of the original source material. But
I mean,
if we
I've
don't, that's
seen it
fine.
on
You know,
video,
my
but that
friends
isn't
told
the
me
same.
about it when they played it, but
Yeah.
I mean, they just found it to be a pseudo replacement for like their other favorite games. They would only play that when there was just nothing better to do.
Is it like, why play this when you could be playing Hearthstone, Magic the Gathering, or literally any other
or
card
Gwen?
game? Gwen,
yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon.
Yeah, basically, it's something you do to kill time.
Gotcha.
And I don't want to say that to be offensive to the game, because I'm sure the game was good in its own right.
I mean, it got enough fucking money to make an anime.
It did.
To then cancel the game in America.
Sponsored by Universal, by the way. I noticed that their fucking
Universal-
logo pops up at the
Yes.
beginning of every
Yeah.
single episode on Crunchyroll.
Universal is looking to get into anime because they want to make more dollar bills, you know?
Now, if only anime was a profitable industry.
But it can be, though.
It can be, but it isn't, so fuck you.
All right. You want to make it... You know what? That has to be our next episode, then.
how to make anime profitable.
How to make
All right,
anime
before
great
we go
again.
into a holy war tirade about the anime industry, let's focus on this one
Show.
mediocre anime.
Hey,
Bring
it's pretty decent.
All right,
okay.
how about this?
What?
You bring up a point about what you like about it, and me and Ferdinand will offer our opinions.
On why you're wrong, apparently.
Alright.
If I have to, I'll take you to school, child.
Oh shit.
Alright,
You'll
so
turn this table
I
around.
want to say my favorite points on it because this show, one thing I want to point out is I'm a sucker for medieval fantasy. Medieval fantasy is my favorite genre in storytelling.
Damn.
Oh, fuck
Ever
yeah. Fantasy's
since-
great.
Ever since, not just fantasy, medieval fantasy. And like, ever since Lord of the Rings, I've been hooked on
Are you
on
thinking
that type
like
of
high
shit.
fantasy?
Nah,
Like your swords and sorcery?
Swords
This
and
will be written
sorcery.
in the annals of mythology.
yeah, pretty much. That type
high
of
level.
shit. World of Warcraft type shit, Final Fantasy type
Right,
shit.
right,
But
okay.
yeah, I always
for
been
clarity.
into that type of stuff. So when I saw this, I was like, okay, this has to have some form of plot device that could drive the story forward.
Yeah.
I watched it the first time, and I thought it was okay. However, when I watched it the second time with you, Alex, and I noticed very closely, I watched it for a second time, like, huh.
Okay. Like I said, I don't hate this anime. I really don't. It's not terrible. It's just not great. It has a lot of problems. And Chris, when you're ready, we'll go point by point with this. Because I know you really like this show. So I want to go, let's go point by point.
I won't say that I really like the show. I just don't feel that it is a bad show or even a mediocre show. I feel that it's a decent show, which is a step higher than mediocre in my opinion.
So let's start. All right. So fire off. Where is your first point of praise for this show?
Like from the jump, it would have to be the characters. From the jump.
All right.
It
so
has to be the
start
characters.
with one specific character. We could start with Favaro, the
It
main
has to
guy.
be Favaro.
All right.
Where
go
else
for it.
but Favaro?
Let's start by talking about Favaro.
So now, this is coming from a guy who has watched so much anime that it's actually embarrassing to like put a number to it. It's shameful.
Don't be ashamed.
No.
Wear your weeb flag on your sleeve, you fucking piece of shit.
Fucking fight me. I have seen so much anime. I've read so much manga. I've played so many games. I've immersed myself in fiction to the point of like lunacy. It's dumb. And
I mean,
if I were to,
can
if I
I'm
were
not gonna play to your strengths
blame
at
you?
all
Can we-
here.
Can we really blame him with the state of affairs globally at this point?
Escapism is beautiful. That's why we're here.
anyways, so if I was gonna put a very light number to this, right? I must have ran through over 1,500 series.
Okay.
Start to finish.
Sure.
Start to finish. So I have run through so many things I can't even count. However, there are very few times where I feel refreshed in watching a character like just progress. Just the way they carry themselves around other background characters. It's hard to explain.
I wish
so
you had
I
face
could
cam because like my face is contorting into some weird
so
forms
what,
right
what
now.
I'm getting at is something that you
Future
could
ideas.
see within episode 1, right? In episode 1, you see the character of Favaro and how he interacts with his, I suppose you could say, rival Kaiser, how he interacts with the bartenders, the fucking guys at the bar. Just
Yes, I
There's-
also like ginger-headed Lupin D. Dragneel.
listen. That's not what I'm getting at. I can name hundreds of Kiritos. When it comes to personality types and the way they carry themselves, I can name hundreds of Natsu ripoffs from Shonen series. I can name even more Dekus. Surprisingly enough, when people think that Deku's a really intricate character, I'm just like, no, he's not. But that's besides
I
the
can
point.
fight you on that if we ever decide to review My Hero Academia, because I will
For
go
a-
to war with you.
For a later episode,
Yes.
my dude.
We have to. I actually love the show.
So good.
I'm not saying that it's bad. I enjoy the series a lot.
I'll fight you.
Personal fan favorite is.
Deku's an original character.
I mean, technically, yeah.
Yeah.
but-
Let's not jump into that. We'll get into like.
What the fuck ever.
So what you're telling me is you've
I
never
don't
seen.
see many charismatic, douchey characters in a lead role. It's very few and far between, I feel.
I find that I've seen his character shtick a lot, though. Like, there's nothing bad with him. I love Favaro. I think Favaro is probably the most entertaining thing about this entire show.
Oh yeah, he carries it on his back.
Glorious, if not a little bit out of place OP.
Yeah.
But, yeah, if you guys need to, go look up the OP. If you're a metalcore fan, it's just like, you want to mosh.
It's pretty great.
But when I see Favaro, I see Lupin the Third. I see Monkey D. Luffy from One Piece. I see
I don't know
Kamina from Gurren Lagann.
Okay, I can kind of see that one.
I see a character trope that I see in anime a lot, which is not a bad character trope. Just this character who is a little flawed, a little misogynistic, but cunning, charismatic. Let's live for the high stakes of adventure. Set sail for the one dragon. Yeah.
What? I don't even know where you're going with that, but
Don't
okay,
worry about
continue.
He's just he's all right. Again, he's not bad, but like it's not like I haven't seen him before.
I'm not saying that he's something that I haven't seen before. That's stupid. With the number of series that I've seen, it's impossible not to have at least run into the character at least once. But what I'm getting at is that I've been bombarded with Kirito knockoffs. I've been bombarded with Goku, Natsu, Naruto knockoffs.
That's fine.
I've been bombarded with characters that bore me to death because they don't have any charisma. There's, as I said, few and far between. Lupin the Third, as you said.
Oh yeah,
those really great characters that fucking just style on everyone else in their series.
Oh yeah,
They almost exist in a vacuum.
Exactly.
I think I agree with you. I think Favaro is far too good for this show, and if he was the main character of another anime, a better anime, we would not be having this debate right now.
It sucks.
That being said, he's the cool guy in a sea of normies.
Thank you. You understand.
And no one is going to get. And while you can get behind that character,
Fucking normies, get off my
but
street.
one character does not make a show.
Listen.
You need a good cast. So
I
let's
know.
go down the line.
Okay, so
Go down the line.
Kaiser is
A fuck boy.
that he is.
He is the Zenigata to Favaro's Lupin.
He
is the I need to catch you, you derelict.
Yeah.
And I hate him.
If I'm being honest
Yeah.
with you, maybe this is because I watched it in dub rather than sub as you did, but the voice acting behind Kaiser's like performance was hysterical.
Oh, I'm
Whenever
sure.
he would scream out Favaro, his voice would crack in the most funny, inopportune times. I would die. His naivety would cause incredible moments of comedy. I could not help but laugh whenever he'd be thrown to the ground. It was
Which is great.
A1.
It's fun to have a character suffer, but like again, he's
His backstory
so
was shit, though.
yeah, he's one note. The second in episode 3, they started to go on his backstory, and when they go into it, you can say it beat for beat. I was part of a noble family, but then my family was betrayed. My father died, and now I am a disgraced knight trying to reclaim my honor and stop that delinquent. There's the word.
There you go.
And it's so trite and it's so bullshit. It's so cliche that actual best girl Rita says that fucking sucks. Your story is fucking garbage. I'm gonna go do literally anything else. Fuck you.
Actually, that was another point that I wanted to say in the favor of this series being decent.
Yeah.
Rita's god tier.
Rita's
Best girl.
amazing. Rita is
Are
fantastic.
you sure Rita's not the one carrying the show?
No, it's Favaro. It's
Rita
Favaro.
is part.
Are you sure that she's not just there helping? You know,
Yeah, no. If Favaro's carrying this show, she is
Carrying.
kind of holding it from the back.
Yeah.
Understanding that this show is shit anyway, so she's kind of holding it one-handed.
It's just like that was
She's
gonna
just like-
fall anyways.
So she's
wasn't
just
it?
Really?
doing this, one hand there and the other hand on her phone.
She is that
shit.
anime chick that's just like, why the fuck am I in this show?
Wrong series, guys. Wrong casting.
If you dropped her in My Hero Academia, she'd be a fan favorite.
Ah, man. I'm
For
sorry.
being indifferent.
Like, true, cold
wouldn't
indifference
work.
is kind of her character trait, but it's one of those moments where they
It's the
make
sass.
it work.
It's
the sass. And it's a matter of she does start to, like, she develops an interest in the main characters to a point where it's like, I don't care if the entire world is burning. I like these two guys and the autistic child that they carry. Which we need to get into. Amira's terrible.
Oh my god, she is bad. I will admit that she is bad. I don't like her.
Amira's
She has very cute moments,
Yeah.
but that doesn't absolve
Amira
her.
has
being
3
an
character
annoying
traits. Cries, screams, eats food.
Yep.
And also
that's-
has Kirito
and that
God tier
kinda
power.
pissed me off.
She's a baby?
Yes.
Almost.
Actually, yes, exactly. She
Yeah.
is a baby.
Now
except
see,
physically.
now you see about that. That's the part that kind of pissed me off watching
Alright.
the second time, because the first episode, the very first fucking episode when she pops in, she does all this badass shit, and you're just like, holy shit, who the fuck is this girl? She must be cool. No,
And
that's
that's
not
another
what happens.
Like, my biggest problem with this show is it breaks 0 new ground and it doesn't have anything
I don't
interesting
feel it
to
needs
say.
to break any
No,
ground.
it's just, if I don't mind using cliches. Cliches got there for a reason. I think
Yeah.
cliches are helpful. However, if you're gonna roll out all of them, you better make sure you're bringing something new to the table. And this show breaks out every cliche without doing anything interesting. The dashing rogue, the disgraced knight, the mysterious woman, the deadpan comic relief, the drunk comic relief, and his goose.
and his goose.
That's a little bit different, I'll give you that.
It's true. It's
The anger is causing my throat to swell.
Yo, they should have done that throughout the whole season. Should have had the duck
But-
say Affleck.
Like,
Yeah.
this show makes... One of my big things is, this show does not cause me to care about any of these characters. Except Favaro.
I was about to
Favaro's
say,
good.
I was about to, like, come after you.
Favaro's fine.
Fucking throw the
But,
table
like,
on you.
he doesn't... I enjoy him, but he does not give me enough emotional investment to make sure that he gets out of the series
Oh
alive.
Lord.
When we got to the last episode, whether he lived or died at that finale, I still would have walked away from that show with the same feeling. In fact, I might have actually respected it more if they did kill him off.
Wow.
It would have hurt my heart. Wow. And I am a masochist when it comes to media.
Wow.
Watch Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones ain't that bad. Shut the fuck up.
Don't get attached to anything, not even the horse.
Yeah.
Facts.
That horse you saw in episode 5, dead by episode 5.
But, yeah. But, like, I don't care about any of the god characters.
The god characters aren't important.
The
honestly.
demon characters are super boring.
Yeah, they are. Azazel's okay.
The antagonists don't really do anything that interesting. I like the fact that Jeff the Killer is in the anime.
Jeff the Killer. Jeff the Killer. Jeff the Killer.
The one who was behind the screen the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was... I didn't even think about that. I'm actually surprised
The
you brought
first
that
time
up.
I
That's
looked him
pretty
up, I'm
funny.
like, oh god, that takes me back. Lights up a cigarette.
Oh, shit.
Jeff the Killer. Haven't heard that name in years.
Oh, shit.
But
Detective
I
Wolf
just-
over here.
I couldn't. None of it. Just, there is never a point where the show really grabs me in a way that a lot of fantasy shows can really get me. Like I said, if you're going to watch a fantasy show like this, go watch Berserk, go watch Log Horizon, go watch Slayers, go watch Hunter x Hunter, go watch, what's it? That Viking one that everyone likes that's in manga form right now. Go read
Vagabond.
that. Yes, that one.
Yeah.
Viking?
Yeah, it's Viking. No, not Vagabond. I'm sorry.
I'm about to say,
It's
What is it?
Vinland Saga.
Vinland Saga, yes!
Yeah, the Vagabond the
Thank you, my
Samurai.
man.
Yeah.
Musashi
You're right.
Miyamoto.
Yo, it took me a good second. I was like, wait a moment.
Yeah.
That's not right here.
Even if you needed something with, like, fantasy world elements, Log Horizon, Full Metal Alchemist, it's just all of these different shows that I'm firing. I would even recommend Fairy Tail.
You recommend Fairy Tail over this series? You know what? You
I would
lost all
still-
credibility
I
right there.
would still watch
You-
the first season of Fairy Tail over the first season of Rage of Bahamut.
I'm actually
And I
throwing up
hate
in my
Fairy
mouth.
Tail.
Are actually like
Alex,
baby
that's
barking
like
right
that's
now.
like saying, "Oh, sure, I don't like Sword Art Online, but season 1 was at least decent."
Fairy Tail was fun!
No, it was not.
The
Fuck
first episode
you.
Yes,
is
it
goofy.
was.
It knows what it is. This from
No,
beginning
this
to
was
end
good.
feels like a soulless cash grab off brand name recognition using tired tropes that I've seen 1,000 times.
You're
You're acting
Fam.
like that's new though. Can I point to your usual suspects in the anime industry?
It's not.
Hello,
again,
A1 Pictures. Hello, Studio Peria.
Hello.
Oh, just
Hello,
because
EA.
just because it's a common
Ubisoft,
trope doesn't mean I
Activision.
can't be kind of annoyed by it.
Bungie.
Again, I would still rather you watch this than like Sword Art, but like it's nothing worthy of praise and nothing I haven't seen before.
Well, I mean, honestly,
As I said before, like, I've seen this before, obviously. We listed off titles, and I believe, like, most of them I've seen. I
Okay.
think there might have been one that
Now-
I'm unfamiliar
now
with. I don't know. Hold on, let me finish, bro.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
hop in.
Yeah. So, I've seen it before, but that doesn't change the fact that it was refreshing after the slog of the same old, just bitch-made main characters that have been churned out for I don't even know how many seasons until I stumbled upon this. I was just like, finally a character that didn't annoy me. I was just like, finally a character that takes the universe by the balls and is just like,
But-
this is mine now.
Chris, if your entire argument hinges on one character,
As I said, he carries it on his back. There's a reason why I said that he carries it on his back.
Here's
It's
the thing,
because
though.
he's the reason why I watched the show.
which is fine, there's nothing
And
wrong
he's
with
good
that.
enough to the point where I'd say it's decent solely because of him. And
until he
Rita.
dies, right?
Yeah,
Still does.
well, here's the thing. Let's say someone doesn't like that character idea. Like,
Well, this is
some people
subjective
can,
opinion, then.
If someone doesn't hop on that, this entire show falls apart.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And that's not a good thing. I will never say anything bad about Favaro. Favaro is on a pedestal that we will never push away. I could probably say some shitty things that he did, but like,
Oh yeah, 100%.
whatever, fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that shit. He's entertaining, goddammit.
He's entertaining. He's an entertainingly bad person whose entire character arc is to not be a bad person. And he doesn't even fully
He
succeed.
does not. In the end, he's a murderer. Multiple, like, serial killer.
Also Dexter.
He's a static character all the way through. Most of these characters are, and the
Well,
characters
you're the
that go
bouncer.
through arcs aren't really all that compelling to begin with.
Kaiser kind of goes through an arc, but you don't really see its actualization until season 2.
yeah.
So I'm
I will
not
say,
touch on it.
the best sequence in this entire series is there is a moment when they are trapped in like the capital city. Like
Yeah.
they're not trapped, but they're not allowed to leave per se. It's when Favaro is sitting drunk outside, Kaiser pops up with a knife.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, and they have a character moment back and forth. They have a little banter, and then they basically have a sword fight with silverware. And it's like a genuine cool bro bonding moment that I was on board with. If the entire show was like that, I would never have complained.
Man, I feel that this series has
Just
just
more bromance.
yes.
I'll take a bro TP,
Yo.
but give me a bro TP.
I feel that this entire series is just chock filled with like little nuggets of amazing. It's just like, give me more of that, you know? But
Are you giving me the Lucky Charms argument?
no, I'm not.
Because this sounds like it's a
No,
couple of
it is.
marshmallows mixed in with some shitty cereal.
no. Chris. No.
Pro Chris, yeah.
Chris, the finishist.
Oh my god.
Pro
Maybe-
Karen, there it is.
Here we go, boys.
Sweats.
Sweats. Where's
Is it
my...
getting salty in here?
Did you say salty? I think you mean humid. Anyways, what I'm saying is that I feel that there are a lot of nuggets in there where it's just like, wow, that's gold. And then I feel that there are central characters like Favaro, Rita, and even later parts of Kaiser. I feel that those moments all kind of come together, you know, and it makes it better than just mediocre.
See, here's my thing. If you want to do
Plus, it has an amazing adventure aspect, and I love that shit. I love
If you can hop on those characters, sure, it's okay. And I love character-driven pieces, but the show isn't a character-driven piece. This is MacGuffin to MacGuffin to MacGuffin.
Within a MacGuffin, about a MacGuffin.
Ferdinand,
You're a
you want to
MacGuffin.
chime in?
I wanted to say this one thing that, like all adaptations. See, the thing is, this show was obviously, literally catered for the fans of the video game
Yeah.
in some way, shape, or form. Last time I got involved with something like this was the live-action film of Warcraft. When I watched that movie, I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Actually,
And I had to pause the movie, go read up on some lore, then watch it, and I enjoyed it.
you make a good point, Ferdinand. It does feel like that Warcraft film. Because it actually has some similar problems that I had with this. Much like the Warcraft film, this show had characters that I liked, a couple of decent set pieces, and maybe one or two genuine moments where I'm like, oh, this is almost a good product. But as I look at it as a whole, it just, the whole is not greater than the sum of its parts.
Okay.
The
I can
sh-
accept
yeah.
that. I can accept that.
Like, if we need to get into specifics for this, like I said, the character, like, the villains in this show, the demons, the main manipulator never comes off as genuinely threatening. He never feels like this great Machiavellian monster that they want to portray. He just seems like a goofy dude in Jeff the Killer cosplay who kind of just lucked his way into a really shitty plan that was based solely on coincidence.
Okay. I honestly did not like the main antagonist. I will give you that. I thought that Beelzebub had potential. It didn't work out.
They all have cool character designs.
Yo, honestly, just the art in general is just like
In
amazing.
places. There's some
everything
there is some
visually
shoddy
is
CGI.
amazing.
Yeah, but let's be honest here. A visual presentation and a visual showpiece
Looks at
does not
the order.
does not yes, like the Order 1886 or like the Death Note movie. Just having a really stunning visual and auditorial presentation does not make for a good actual
I also
show.
feel that some of the action scenes were pretty legit. Remember that scene where Kaiser was stuck inside that little village where he met Rita?
Yeah.
And so Favaro comes in and is just like, bruh, pew pew, pew pew with his crossbow. I enjoyed it.
Some of it's cool.
I was just like, hey.
The
that's
fight
not bad.
choreography for me was very stiff. There's some moments that are really cool, like again, anytime Favaro busts out his little like crossbow gun, it's
Yeah.
cool. I like it. It's a cool design, and the way he uses it is fun.
Yeah.
There's a scene in one of episode 4 where they're Favaro's battling someone on basically like a little tightrope bridge.
Yeah, I remember.
And there's a couple of cool choreography moments that I enjoy, but outside of that, most of the action is very stiff. Specifically with one specific character, and I gotta be very clear. Fuck this show's version of Joan of Arc.
Oh,
Fuck
man.
She has no character arc. We are just told that she is important. She stabs 3 people as a good guy and 2 as a bad guy. And she has no interesting fight choreography in between any of it.
It's honestly pretty bad.
So my
yeah.
question here, you say stiff, but when you use the word stiff in terms of choreography, do you mean like there are moments where it feels kind of jarring, or it feels like the fluidity of the fighting is not quite there?
It never feels fluid. It feels like, and it's never very interesting. Like
By the
most
numbers.
of the fight scenes boil down to one person swings a sword, moves out of the way of one sword, and then swings a sword, but doesn't really move all that much. It never feels like these are highly talented, capable fighters. These feel like, wow, these villains are shit. And that's never a good thing, because that removes any sense of stakes.
I don't know.
If it
because
feels like your character
I kind of
isn't
feel
even
that
fighting,
they were
right?
trying to capitalize on the. Of course, this is going back to Favaro because he's the focus of the show. Let's just be straight up honest. You are not watching the show because of everyone else. You're watching it because of him.
Yes.
So,
And
when it
also-
comes to Favaro and fight scenes, I feel that when it came to directing it, they wanted, with the exception of, I believe, episode 1's Amira's fight, where she turns into a demon and smacks the fuck out of someone else. I feel that they were trying to go for a kind of roguelike, not so much, wow, this has huge stakes, moreover, just like, wow, this guy's really swift.
Yeah, but it never really comes off like... It comes off like that in the first episode, when Kaiser is chasing him through the city streets.
Oh man, that was probably one of my favorite scenes in all of fiction.
I still
I
feel
won't
like that
lie.
scene would be a lot more fun if it were in live action. That would have been... I would have given, like, the set designer, like, holy shit, that was fucking awesome. Even though it feels like they ripped the whole, like, there's a thing where they're battling on top of, like, a spinning wheel, and I'm like...
Yeah.
Didn't I see this in an Indiana
it's-
Jones film somewhere?
Yes. Was it like everyone?
Yeah.
Was there a fight
I
scene
think
on like a waterhouse wheel?
Yeah.
And
in fact, I think even The Witcher had one like that.
But again, outside of
Your
episode
first.
1, there is never a point where Favaro feels super acrobatic. There, if I have to give a real fight scene, there was a battle between him, Favaro, and one of the demons, Azazel.
Yeah.
And it might be one of the worst fucking fight scenes I've ever seen in anime.
Oh man, it is pretty bad.
It's
Any
garbage.
fight
bad.
scene involving Azazel was just bad.
It starts with Azazel knocks him on his ass. We cut away from the action to a fight, back to a fight scene that we didn't see start, but we're at the end of. We watched the fight scene end, which is a whole other can of worms. We cut back to this fight scene. Suddenly Favaro is up and he's hiding behind a pillar, dodging what seems to be like he's throwing like kitchen pots at the dude, because they're in like a little kitchen area for this.
So basically, the issue was that Azazel
Jason.
just smacks the fuck out of them. There's nothing really they can do, so they're throwing shit to like get his attention away from them so that they can attack. Because there's no way in fuck they could just win a one-on-one brawl.
Yeah, but
Just can't.
it never comes off very tense. It kind of feels like, oh, okay,
It's kind of cartoony.
our
Feels
heroes
like
kind of
cartoon.
suck.
Feels like a fucking Scooby-Doo episode.
Yeah.
You ever
Pretty
watch
much.
like an old shonen anime and it's literally the two main the main characters are getting the shit kicked out of them by the final guy until they manage to find the time to fire off a big old fuck all beam at the bad guy?
Yeah.
It's that, but even less entertaining.
Pretty much, big
Yeah.
guy's like, I'm gonna get you! He slips on marbles.
And it's-
That's pretty much
yeah.
how I felt.
It's stilted.
I mean,
There's-
for me, in anime, I think what defines a good fighting choreography is when not only do you feel like there are stakes if anyone gets injured, but you feel that there is weight behind every attack.
Yeah, never really.
If you see people swinging swords like they're literally swinging foam weapons, you're not doing choreography right.
Yeah, some of
Because
it's
last time I
okay.
remembered, a broadsword has a lot of weight. Because doesn't Favaro use a broadsword?
Sure.
He uses like almost a dagger-like short sword.
Yeah, it's short sword.
Again, they're really trying to play like the rogue character.
By the way, so that for context, a broadsword weighs, an arming sword at least, weighs anywhere from 2 to 5 pounds.
Does it really?
Yes,
Yeah,
it is
it does.
very fucking light.
It is light.
And
However, it's
the
probably
armor,
very short.
the armor is also very light compared to what everyone else thinks. It's not as heavy as it looks.
Like there's
Uh,
an actual video of a historian putting on like actual knight armor
Right.
and going through an actual track
Cool.
next to a soldier and a fireman
Right.
because the lightweight of the armor, the historian was able to go through the whole thing compared to the soldier and the fireman.
Fair enough. Diatribe aside, that's another thing I kind of hate about the show. Sound design kind of sucks. There's
examples.
there's a lot of moments where it feels like when swords clash, they should sound like steel clanging, but it kind of sounds like two forks kind of scraping against each other. There are moments where impact doesn't feel weighty. It just kind of feels combat never feels like it matters in this.
Maybe this is a product of me not having watched the show in a while. I have very good recollection of it. However,
Yeah.
it's not as fresh in my mind as it is in yours. So you
Yeah.
might be 100% right. But I never found that to be an issue. It never crossed my mind that the sound design was bad.
Yeah,
But maybe this is just, rose-tinted glasses.
fair. If we had to compare, like for comparison, just for like understanding, let's compare it to like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh boy, we
where
need to do a
every
review on that.
single time someone makes like a huge impact comes in, it's like a fucking event. Every time a fist connects, you're just like, whoa, what the fuck?
That shit hurt. You could hear it.
Yeah.
You could
This
hear
show
the
never gives me
impact.
that feeling. Not even when Bahamut, spoiler alert, Bahamut actually does get revived.
I mean, it wouldn't be called
Yeah.
Rage of the Bahamut
Exactly.
if he didn't rage. Come on.
which, by the way, this is kind of more of a nerd
Might as well call it
diatribe.
Rage Quit of Bahamut because the
Oh my
show
God.
sucks. Ah!
By
I'm
the way, if
kidding.
we're gonna get into a nerd diatribe real quick, fuck that they used Bahamut. If
What do you mean?
in D&D terms, Bahamut is a good dragon. In Arabic terms, Bahamut is just used as proof of the afterlife.
Mm-hmm.
But there is nowhere in text is it ever shown that Bahamut is actually a bad guy. That's Tiamat.
That's
If you're going D&D
that's
wise.
Final Fantasy logic. Bahamut's a
but-
bad guy. And if we're going to
Depends, because a lot of the times he's a summon.
And if we're going through biblical lore, Bahamut was just a giant giant mythical fish from the sea, legit.
Yeah, that's because I don't want to talk.
Yeah,
about
that's
that.
a different
That's a different
topic.
But notice the current pattern. Only Rage of Bahamut, the show, says he's evil.
Yeah, which is really weird because again, that means you didn't even open up a fucking mythology book.
It didn't. Not even that.
guess
you
what
didn't
they
even
were-
open your browser on your computer and just go on Google and type in Bahamut.
I think what they were going for was kind of like, hey, what's a dragon in fiction that's really well known? Bahamut, and there we go. Enough said.
I'm sure Rage of Tiamat doesn't exactly roll off the tongue nearly as nicely.
Yeah, it
really like that Bahamut.
Yeah, it sounds more enticing.
It's
more intimidating.
It's because that's about language. I can go into that any day. But what is it? But I don't know. Again, I've said this 1,000 times already, but not the worst show I've ever seen. It just doesn't bring anything outside of Favaro. It doesn't bring anything to the forefront that makes me want to care.
I understand that. It's totally fine.
Yeah.
As I said before, I kind of have rose-tinted glasses because I remember extremely enjoying Favaro when it first came out because that was the same season that we got Tokyo Ghoul. And we don't even need to get started on
I
that.
liked the first season.
Fight me.
Alright.
I didn't say it was great, but I liked it.
I like the manga. I do not like the anime.
That's fair. You're in the majority on that one.
Oh, yeah, I am.
Anyway, what you got to say, Ferdinand?
So, let's get to the end. First off, with you, Chris, explain the ending and how did you feel about it. Then I'll give my piece and Alex will start with his piece.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
We got to start with the big reveal.
The big reveal in the end.
Okay.
Quote, unquote.
So, what happens is... Favaro and friends, because...
And we use the term friends loosely. They're all more like assholes who happen to eat together once.
yeah, more or
Have
less.
to work together.
They kind of fight together, so I guess you could call them combat buddies?
Sure.
Whatever. Compatriots.
Fuck you, I want the XP, man! Fight me, XD.
Companions. I don't know.
Yeah, all right.
So,
So they get to Helheim and...
Milfheim. Fuck you.
Whatever, I'm trying to respect your show's lore!
Hey,
Why is
it's
it
not
called-
my show. What the fuck?
Why
I don't
are
own
you
it.
calling it MILF?
Because it's part of the spoiler.
Oh.
There is exactly one mom there.
exactly
And she's a MILF. According to Chris. Well, there's...
no.
Why would you use the word MILFine? Because that implies something.
It sounds like Milfheim.
Also,
Play on words.
for the meme, Aramis. For the meme!
Come on, man. Work with me here.
Okay.
Anyways, so Favaro and friends finally get to Milfheim, and they're just like, okay, where the fuck is your mom? Where is she? No one knows. Big Baddie appears out of nowhere and is just like, haha, I have
she
tricked
is.
you. And you have been bamboozled.
You thought it was a good show, but it was Manette!
I thought
The whole time!
corporate America all along.
Oh,
So,
shit.
if I mind picking up. So, our big bad pops up with mom in tow and basically
Mom.
says, congrats, child. You are not, this is not your mom. You were actually an artificial doll kind of created by a demon.
A combination
Wait,
between God
Final Fantasy
DNA and demon DNA so that you can get both
So
keys
Rage of
for my
Bahamut.
purpose.
It says Final Fantasy VII Mommy Issues Extended Cut.
Literally plays, and even worse, they
Mommy
play that
issues
trope once they get to
extended.
once they get
Yo.
to this final area. They do that trope where they're dropping this bass drop in air quotes to this girl while they take our two protagonists and literally box them off to the
Yeah,
sides.
they are actually boxed off, like by energy fields.
Legit.
No lie.
It's like, if you typed in that
Boxed.
trope into Google right now, there's at least 30 anime that have done the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And at least 5 movies.
So, as I said before, to defend my point before the viewers are just like, wow, Chris, you have shit taste in anime or whatever.
I'm sure we got there a long time ago, buddy.
Yeah. But to defend myself one last time.
You filthy fucking casual.
Got 1,000-something plus series on my fucking belt. Nah, it doesn't matter. It's still a casual, you bitch. Anyways.
Whatever. You didn't immediately hate Sword Art? Fuck you shit tier waifu.
Oh, shit.
He actually likes Dragon Ball Z. We should listen to
Okay.
Anyway, please finish this for the audience.
So, basically, going back to defending myself, I never said that the plot was good. I never claimed that the plot was good. I never even claimed that it was original.
Okay, but
You literally put this on the above average scale on the merit of two characters.
Listen. I put it as decent. In my opinion, decent
Pro
is
Chris.
average. Mediocre is lower than average. Yo,
Okay, Pro Chris, I get
whatever. Anyways, so defending myself continued part 2.
it. Extended edition.
Part 1 wasn't enough.
Exactly. So I never said that the plot was good.
Okay.
However,
All right.
with all of its tropes, you can't help but laugh. I almost can't even be mad that it's so cliche because it's almost like taking the piss out of it. And because it tries to be serious at the same time, it only makes it more entertaining. Like, you could see this shit coming from 10,000 miles away. Like, you have, like, the ISS space station, like, looking down through satellites and shit. Like, you could see it that far away. But you don't even feel remotely bad because it's too funny not to get, like,
So what you're
gleeful
saying,
about.
So what you're saying is just this
It's
is
so bad that it's good? Yes, that's what I'm saying.
And that because of that you're gonna give it what, a 7?
No, I'm not giving it a
or
7.
7 Lucky Charms out of Far Cry.
Oh, shit.
Sure thing, Pro Chris.
Oh, God. Anyways. Going back to it, right?
Triggered.
Definitely. Going back to it. So,
Did he finish?
no. Yes.
he's
Actually, I finished defending myself, but going back to
he's going on to part 3 right now.
Yeah, Stardust Crusaders.
What the fuck? Where did I step away for 30 seconds?
Hey, man.
Yeah, this is like Star Wars right now.
Yeah.
So boring.
Return of the
cliche.
Defense. Oh, shit. Yeah.
No, now I'm just starting to stir
So-
the pot. I love Star Wars.
So,
Please don't
continue
sue me.
with the ending.
Continuing with the ending because I'm tired of defending myself.
Okay.
So, that happens. Gets revealed that she's basically a homunculus, more or less. That's what I'm going to call her because she is not an actual demon and she is not an actual god and she is not born from a demon or a god. She's a
Test tube
fake.
baby.
Yes, exactly. And so instead of saying test tube baby 10,000 times, I'm just going to say homunculus because it's only a single word. So, this homunculus is like totally fucked up. She's watching her other half because it got split apart from her. Like, in searing pain,
Like-
the moment she comes in contact with her other half. And do you want to take it away, my friend Alex?
No, at this point in the show, I
It's-
checked out because you've officially run the gambit of every single cliche.
It's
Wait,
it's
did
really
you like
bad.
emotionally or mentally or like in total capacity check
This was
out?
the exact
you just
moment where I'm like,
I need to
oh,
fill
God.
out my checkout slip.
Yeah.
I would literally only recommend this show if you have never seen an anime before in your life and you need to know what the big deal is.
Wait, what?
Pretty.
That's
'Cause
horrible.
That's the point where I was like, oh.
That's a horrible recommendation.
no.
I just send it to people that want to see something that's entertaining, but not something that is deep in content.
So your enemies?
So Gurren Lagann. I mean, wait, what?
Oh, shit.
I don't want to hear it. You know I'm
I
damn
will
right.
wage war.
Oh,
Look,
Pretty much,
Like
I'd like
how
to
they
make it
waged
to
war
our
on
first
Bahamut.
year anniversary, please.
pretty much. She starts recreating, getting her true memories. Pretty much
Of being a
how
test tube baby
of being
homunculus.
a test tube baby homunculus.
Of being Lucy from Elfin Lied.
She
Yeah,
has
yeah.
memories
Yeah.
of the demon, pretty
Oh my
much
God,
creating
shit,
her out of the actual angel that she is pretty much based out of.
Oh, that's kind of a fucked up way.
So
to
all
be
the
born.
memories, that she previously had were all lies. The fact that she had a mother, that she had a father, that she had a simple life was all lies. she was created
Oh
by
my
this
god, we
demon.
didn't even talk
So
about
wait,
the father.
Aramis is shook, but me and Chris are sitting here like, yeah, this happens in anime.
Yeah.
I'm just like, well, that's not. I'm shook. It's just
We,
like
we didn't even talk about
he
the
was
fucking,
just a
father.
I know, but I'm just
No,
saying,
fuck
could they have done anything better than to make a character a literal plot device? Because at this point, I'm wondering, if you're gonna tell me that the song "Carry On My Wayward Son" starts playing?
Hold on. So
Man,
wait,
we
listen.
saw
wait,
fun watching
Pretty much,
Supernatural.
she's nothing more but a walking, living puppet
You mean a walking MacGuffin.
a walking,
Yep.
living puppet MacGuffin. You want to call it like that?
for the purpose
of
of
grabbing the fucking key and bringing it to Bahamut
And
and believing that if she saw her mom, the key could be removed and it'll be happily ever after.
you can't remove the key once it's infused in you.
yeah, no,
that was
it's
the
downright
plot
from the get-go.
twist.
Yeah,
The
that's-
moment, because she is both. The dragon explained. By the way, there was a scene nobody mentioned it, but there was a scene where they met another dragon from the forest.
Oh yeah, they went to an alternate universe. To
I'll
do
let
that.
it go because it doesn't really matter.
It's very small.
It's
pretty
another
small.
one of those things where it's like
It's a
you meet-
prophecy. There's no escape.
He
Yeah,
says
it's
a prophecy, there's no escape. Favaro says, fuck this, I'm gonna change fate
And it doesn't
and
happen.
pierce through the stars.
You know what the
So
worst
if
part
she
about
pulls
that
the
is because I
sword
said
online?
that's a fuck you moment as well, and I'm glad we brought this up.
So
Because this show completely changes its story halfway through.
You mean at the
Yeah.
very end?
It was
No.
it was very dumb and fun until the dragon scene.
Here's the
Again.
thing, because they bring in earlier in this, they bring in how fate is kind of like this holy force that actually elevates you to greater things. There is a scene with just this awful character who is essentially Joan of Arc.
Her name is Joan of Arc.
Yeah, basically. And
Joan d'Arc.
Joan Dark. So Jacqueline Darko basically tells Favaro that fate will elevate you to be a greater human being. I know that there's something greater for you.
he
And-
says to Favaro.
So, and then later on, suddenly we get to this dragon. So at this point, we're like, yeah, all right. So this is kind of these things where the hands of fate will make everything better. We get to the dragon. All of a sudden, it's fuck fate. Fate is for losers. Fate is the worst. It's like, whoa, whoa,
Yeah, that's
whoa.
what Favaro did, man. He was
Favaro
like,
ain't take no shit.
also the most bullshit thing happened, and that kind of brought out too many hints that Favaro was gonna save the day. He pulls out this fucking piece of Bahamut,
Talon.
a
Yeah.
talent from Bahamut, who no one can lift it. Pull it out.
He pulls it up. Yeah.
But pulls it out.
My
out of-
Excalibur.
but, and like fucking Excalibur.
And then,
Straight up
of
Excalibur's
course,
it.
just to wrap this up quick, he does in fact save the day and stop Bahamut. But just so that we can go through the
But-
whole concept of fate in this show, it's believe in fate, no fuck fate, lol JK, fate is actually how we were playing this entire show.
So hold on,
Wait,
guys.
What
Wait,
about the
wait,
what
wait.
about the last part where
So-
the jokes
Wait,
on
hold
them
on.
anyway?
However,
Hold on, wait,
again,
That's how
stop.
they-
Give me a
yeah,
second.
guys,
Hold on.
guys.
There's something very important. Remember,
Yeah.
it's at first it's Joan of Arc that's pushing for fate being the driving force of the series. Now, when Favaro says "fuck fate," that didn't mean that he agreed with Joan of Arc. This is still in his character of being a rebellious rogue type. So that makes sense for him. However, narratively, it's just like, wait, what?
yeah, I'm saying
Nani?
from an audience perspective, it's fucking dumb.
Yeah.
That's my
It's
thing.
kind of just
To
mind-numbing
quote Lyle
and annoying.
McDouchebag, that's fucking dumb
So
It makes
moving
sense
on-
for Favaro. It doesn't make sense really in terms
for
of
the rest
story.
of us.
Yeah,
What do you got to say, Ferdinand?
you got it.
So anyway, it's Ferdy, by the way. Anyway, so Favaro pretty much said, "Fuck fate, pierce through the heavens, gonna change fate. Fuck all y'all." And the dragon's like, "Haha, GG, just letting you know, bro. If you really want to save the world, you gotta kill her."
And he does.
And he does.
And he was super conflicted about it because he started getting romantic feelings for her.
Kisses her and then goes,
Actually,
I love you.
yeah.
No.
He's like, I love you too. He's like, I know.
Yeah. Another
How could this-
And the final battle, pretty much
interesting romance,
final battle.
Uninteresting, you mean generic?
no chemistry.
You're kind of going too fast here. Pretty much final battle, the demon uses her as a key to awaken Bahamut. Shit hits the fan, but, you know, fucking, there was a scene where, you know, Favaro, got mind controlled.
Yeah, no,
I
fuck
will-
all that. We don't.
Yeah.
No one cares. The show has stopped mattering.
Okay.
We're just trying to get through it. The ending is garbage.
So pretty much,
I feel like
they
Very triggered
decided,
by the ending.
him and what's his name, Kaiser, they decided to work together to go riding on that fucking dog, Aflac, whatever the fuck. And they went on Bahamut's back and pierced him with his talon. And pretty much he got to talk to Amira.
Yeah.
They both kissed. This is where shit got funny but crazy. Bahamut explodes and the explosion literally tore up Favaro's right leg.
It's gone.
It's
Oh, yeah.
gone. It got cleaned off, dude. Literally.
Yeah,
I mean,
I could
cool.
tell by the
That's
witch.
Yeah.
impressive. I'm glad that like they gave character consequences, but like I also saw it in How to Train Your Dragon like 3 years earlier. So you literally did nothing original except make really cool
hey, man.
character designs.
Wait.
You know
What
what?
about Kaiser's and Favreau's fight when he got possessed by the demon shit? And Favreau was just like, "Alright, bro, I need you to follow the plan. This involves you losing your arm, but follow the plan, bro. I got you. Don't worry. I'll save the day. Plot armor, bro."
I was going to say, I understood immediately that there was a plan going on. I was impressed that they did cut off Kaiser's arm.
I
was
didn't
like-
expect it,
Like,
honestly.
God damn, they are committed. Bravo, golf clap.
You mean
Oh yeah, what's the sound of one hand clapping? Don't make it sound like you're masturbating in the studio.
Oh, Lord.
Guys, it just became Downcity Dorks After Dark.
Oh,
Try saying
Lord.
that 5 times fast.
Okay, so pretty much fast forward to like half a year, which is 6 months. They don't want to say 6 months, they said half a year. So half a year happens. Your homeboy Kaiser got like a robotic arm now, trying to look like Elwood Elric from Fullmetal Alchemist. And your boy Fabio, the main protagonist, walks out the bar with a metal leg.
Guys.
And says the most cliche line ever
I'm
that's
here to
been
kick
pan-
ass and chew
No,
bubble gum.
guys.
that's been pandered. This line has been pandered throughout the entire show, and nobody understands what the fuck it means.
Hold on.
Where does the wind blow? Tomorrow.
Hold on.
Is that a reference
Guys,
to Queen?
You don't understand. This show is brilliant. Saving the world literally cost an arm and a leg.
Okay. There is no way in fuck that they did not think that through.
No.
There is no way they
Of
have
course
to
they
have
did.
thought that.
It's really fucking dumb, but they thought it through.
Saving the
Someone
world.
approved
Arm and a
this.
leg. Cost an arm and a leg.
Does that mean we can get rid of Bahamut 3 arms and 2 legs out of 10 of
Oh
heroes?
my
Oh,
god.
shit.
Okay. I
Poor
think
Aramis.
I've ranted enough. Alright.
The ending was alright. I expected more closure.
Well,
Closure.
then there's
Closure.
season 2.
Yeah,
I
no,
guess.
it's
For the
all
rest of the
sequel dating.
character.
Yeah,
You
it's
got,
sequel.
sequel
got
bending.
closure. Somebody lost an arm and they had to close that wound.
But yeah, then they tease the fact that Bahamut's gonna come back, and that's how we're gonna get a season 2. So,
So,
Well, not really. But
anyway,
Yeah.
that one line, where does the wind blow? Tomorrow.
Again,
It's apparently a line that came from Favreau's father.
believe in the
pretty
heart
sure.
of the cards, Favaro.
Can I just point out, it sounds like they're quoting Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, shit.
Anywhere the wind blows, it doesn't even matter.
That's literally Favaro's
like-
character.
Literally, he literally says that and then gets on a horse and rides off.
To
and
be
that's
fair,
where the
he's
show
quoting
ended.
his father, but
He
like
is
it's
quoting his
still.
father.
Again, nobody knows what the fuck it means.
It doesn't. It's like the Debayo. It doesn't have any meaning.
Even the characters don't know what the fuck it means.
Does everybody
in
play
season 2 they do.
Does
Anyway.
does everybody play it off like they know what it means, or does
No,
everybody
they
look
don't.
at it
They're
like
all confused.
Okay.
Like
ladies
even
and gentlemen.
Favaro openly admits it. My father said this line, but I don't even know what it means.
All right. So, we've been screaming about this show for an hour now. I think it's finally time
Holy
to
fuck.
score this and put it to rest.
All right,
We'll start
ready to
with the
put it
man
in
who
for-
liked it.
Okay,
What's your score?
so I rated it as decent, right?
What's that as a number?
As a number, that's a 6, and in my terms, I'm talking about scholastic fucking shit,
It's a
just
D-
academic.
so a D
That's a
grad
D.
show. Yeah.
That is barely passing, but it passes solely because of Favreau taking the entire show, putting it on his back, and walking through the fucking mud with it. This guy is the reason why you watch the show. In my opinion, he makes it worth watching.
All right, Ferdinand?
I have to give the show 6.5 out of 10.
Holy shit.
It tried. It tried
Wow.
really hard.
I was not expecting that.
Again.
Wow, you gave it a participation trophy.
Pretty much. I gave it a participation trophy.
You tried.
It tried really hard to be a good medieval fantasy anime. Being the fact that it's an adaptation of a video game.
But let's be honest,
Okay.
in the end, it didn't even matter.
In the end,
Alright,
it didn't even
Chester.
matter.
Maybe you should
I
share the
want-
same
Rest
fate.
in peace.
I
What
want
thoughts are with
Aramis.
you?
I want to rank it higher, but by the end, it didn't even matter. So
I mean,
6.5.
Maybe the
So-
first 5 episodes are worth what, like a 7?
I'd
The
say
5
actually,
episodes were like a 7 to me.
I'd say before. I think it all comes crumbling down the moment Azazel gets introduced. It's from Azazel onward that it starts to fall apart.
So
in
from
my
like
opinion.
episode 4 to 12.
Ow.
Oh,
That's
Bingo.
That hurts with only
Now, listen,
25% of the show was
if-
an 8 or a 7.
I would actually give maybe the first 4 episodes. I'd actually give it like a high 8. I'd
like
give
an
it
8.5.
Yes, 8.5. I'd give it just because of how it flirts with its cliches, but it's still fun. You know, and the plot isn't so like ham-fisted in your face where it's like it's a drag. You know.
from 1 to
When Azazel comes around and the demons get like a spotlight, that's where it's just like, and now I'm not really as into it. And that's where it starts, where I have to deduct points,
All right.
even though I really like the series.
From 1 to 5, like I said before, from episode 1 to 5, I had to give it a 7, but at the entire show, 6.5. It tried. It fucking tried.
On my end, I give it a 5 out of 5. I've shat on it a lot tonight, but that being said, Favaro is cool. The theme song is pretty great, even if
theme
it's
song
totally
was
dissonant
pretty-
from the entire show.
Facts.
The animation is pretty enough to look at. Where if you're being introduced into anime, especially the fantasy side of anime, there is nothing so insulting in this show that I would say don't watch it. I personally don't like it because I have been watching escapist fiction for a long time.
Yeah.
And it doesn't break any ground on tropes. It's boring and cliche to me.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, you're a new person to anime, you want to watch something fantasy related? Well, first go watch Berserk, but if you want to watch this...
Hold on, no. That is not Baby's first
No,
introduction
you're
to
right.
that.
Watch this, then watch Log Horizon, then watch Berserk.
There you go. You
Yeah.
have to escalate. It goes up in quality, my dude.
Before you watch Berserk 2, also watch Full Metal Alchemist, original and
somewhere
Brotherhood.
around there.
I'd recommend those way more than I would recommend this.
Agreed.
And Aramis,
Brotherhood.
you didn't see it, but for your rating, would you watch this show?
I think I would honestly watch it just to see how bad it gets and laugh at it.
It's
That's fair. If you want to hate watch it, I can't deny that.
I mean, I've hate watched a couple of things like Spider-Man 3.
Oh, wow.
Amazing Spider-Man 2 was a funny watch
As-
all the wrong reasons.
As I was saying to the rest of the cast, it is not a bad series. It just has things that weigh it down. It's kind of like
problems.
A lot.
Death
It has problems. It has its moments. If you want to watch it, it's par for the course, extremely by the numbers, but at least you have something to watch in 2017.
You know what? I got the perfect reason why you should watch it. Right?
What's that?
Fate Apocrypha sucks ass. Boom. Rage of the Bahamut. Right there. You tired of Fate Apocrypha? Alright, there you go.
Your saving
but that-
grace for the show is that it's not Fate.
Yes.
I mean, but that's
All right, I'm sold.
Yes.
okay.
Best anime 2017.
Listen, man. Apocrypha is actually ass. It is horrible.
But does it at least look
Now, I
good?
think
No,
what's funny,
even more disappointing.
what's funny that this
Apocrypha is
anime,
garbage.
what's funny that this anime came out in 2014.
Oh yeah,
What, did it?
Yeah, it came
Yeah.
in 2014. As I said, it came out in the same season as Tokyo Ghoul.
There you go. Now you know. It's the best anime of 2017 because Fate failed.
I want to say 2017. There was
Well,
some pretty lit shit
no,
last
like
summer.
for the current season we're in of new releases,
Oh, okay,
it's better than Fate, so now it's in the running with the rest of it.
All right,
3
we're gonna-
years after it came
All right,
out.
we're gonna hop off the mics and argue about what was best about 2017. Bye.
Stay
See you on
tuned for our
another
next.
thing.
Stay tuned for our next latest episode. Later, folks.